Winners are picked from our comments section, but they will only be notified of their win in our videos. Meaning when you're watching a video, if you won, it'll be mentioned in there, whoever the winners are as they do win. So you must subscribe and hit the bell so that you know when new videos come out. This means you also need to type a comment, and we would love it if you'd participate. So thank you for watching.
Why Bitcoin, wind, and solar is good news for TRON. And no, it's not some kind of farce. No, it's not a joke. Wind and solar is true. I'm going to prove it to you. You're going to feel great about today. And if I could promise you that I was going to give you a way to feel even better than you do now about TRON and the cryptocurrency industry, would that be worth 3 seconds of your time for you to just hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell? If you're already a subscriber, thank you very, very much, because I appreciate your views more than you can imagine, so I thank you. And if you're going to be a new subscriber right now, I also thank you. And even if you aren't, I still thank you for watching. But please hit that notification bell, because you may forget to subscribe and do it. Hit the like button. It's free. If you don't like what I provide right now, if you don't find value in what I'm going to talk about today, which I know you will, but if you don't, punish me. Take the like back. Take the subscription and the notification bell back if it doesn't work out. So thanks again, and here I go. And no, it's not about Venmo, but I'm going to get into Venmo first, and then I'm going to show you what I mean about the wind and solar and how it's going to change things permanently. Because if you remember, and no, it's not about chia, but the other video I made the other day was about chia mining and how they're going to make it more easy for cryptocurrencies to basically be mined, used, and change things around to using SD, using memory, instead of using electricity as proof of work. So it's not about chia either, but it is going to be about wind and solar, and it blew my mind, and it's very reputable, and I think it's going to blow your mind too. I found it really cool. So before I get into that, Venmo is the latest payment app to embrace cryptocurrency. Now, again, this is not part of the solar, so I don't want you to leave thinking I'm playing a game, because I'm not. This is about making it more accessible, and as the industry makes cryptos more accessible, it's only going to make the altcoins, including TRX especially, because it has some heavy infrastructure, it's going to make them go up. So Venmo users will be able to pay, hold, and sell various virtual currencies. Parent company PayPal announced Tuesday becoming the latest payment app to embrace cryptocurrencies amid a broader institutional acceptance that could push the once esoteric offerings into the mainstream. Remember, this is a point in time where, just like the internet in the late 90s, and some of you were born then, some of you were just being born and won't remember this, but you can, obviously you know about it because you've read about it, and some of you have lived through it and were well into adulthood when that happened. And what's occurring now is cryptocurrency is becoming like the internet in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's going very mainstream. It's becoming easier for everybody to use, and older people that are, and when you get older, if you're not older right now, and I mean, people in their 60s, 70s, and even people in their 50s, you become set in your ways. And when this technology becomes easy for even older people to use, it's going to explode even further, because one of the issues now is that, it's not so easy for grandma or grandpa, or your dad and mom in some cases, or even yourself, to just pick up your phone and, without having any understanding of anything, just being able to do 2 taps and say, I want to buy TRON today. Bang, bang, I bought it. Or I want to buy whatever altcoin. I want to buy BitTorrent. I want to buy BTT. It's not so easy. You need to have a lot of thinking involved. Just like with the internet, you had the dial-up modem. You had to press the button. You had to understand what was going on. If it didn't work properly, you had to, call a friend, get them to help you, get them to fix it so you could connect to the internet. The browser was confusing. Everything was confusing. It wasn't so mapped out. So that's why I say it's like the internet making that jump, and that's when the explosions happen. So let's go back to this. I lost my place. Again, off the cuff videos. It's the way it goes. No, I found my place. I remember where I was. Okay, so like PayPal, Venmo will support four popular cryptocurrencies: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. It'll start like that, but it's going to cascade into a lot more. Users can start their crypto journey for as little as $1, PayPal said, and will have access to in-app guidelines and videos to help learn more about the world of crypto. I promise I'm getting to the solar, wind, electricity stuff. Solar and wind. Just bear with me. The company said it will be rolling out the feature to some users on Tuesday. I believe this is important. That's why I'm going over it first also. It's as important just in terms of scaling things out. But because there's many pieces to the puzzle that's going to make TRON grow, BitTorrent, so on, grow. A lot. Very much. Daryl Etch, SVP and GM, by the way, the source I always say here, it's Forbes. Okay, you can find this whole article there if you want to. The company said it will begin rolling out the feature to some users on Tuesday, but noted it will take a few weeks to reach all customers. Daryl Etch, you never know with new names, new pronunciations. Don't want to offend anyone if by chance they're not going to be watching this video, but who knows? Regardless, I like to do things right. So if I make fun of a name sometimes, it's not that I'm making fun of the name, I'm making light of the situation that I may not be pronouncing the name properly. Esch, SVP and GM, Venmo, and the goal is to provide customers with an easy-to-use platform that can simply and demystify the process of buying and selling cryptocurrencies. Yeah, the demystifying, again, is huge because of what I was saying about a minute and a half, 2 minutes ago. So PayPal announced its intention to expand its crypto offering, and I'm coming to the wind and solar. One more minute. In 2020, its endorsement of cryptocurrencies is significant and can help push them into the mainstream, especially as it makes digital currencies more accessible. It becomes like a domino effect, right? So PayPal said, oh, welcome cryptocurrency, after they kept saying, cryptocurrency bad, no, go away, move along, very bad. So as more and more acceptance comes the rush to make it even easier to use the technology, because it's a technology, right? So especially when it makes digital currencies more accessible to everyday users and opens up one of the world's largest digital wallet networks to crypto. Other payment apps are also welcoming cryptocurrencies, including BitPay, a prepaid card that Apple Pay accepted into its wallet in February. Okay, so I think that's it for this. No, there's more. So you guys can go here and take a look. Now, what I'm going to do is, as I promised you, look, ARK Invest, they're not clowns. Kathy Wood knows her stuff. Massive returns. If you don't know about them, check out what happened last year and what their calls are like. So they started talking yesterday, and when I did that Chia video with the founder of BitTorrent, being the founder, creator of Chia, I was thinking about, I wasn't thinking wind and solar, but I was thinking about how there are going to be some massive paradigm shifts that are going to blow people's minds, that are really going to take this into the next level. And that's why it is a golden goose for TRON. Here's what I mean. So here we go. I'm excited about it. ARK Invest, with real world data, we, meaning them, ARK Invest, demonstrate that Bitcoin mining could encourage investment in solar systems, solar grids, and batteries, enabling renewables to generate a higher percentage of grid power with potentially no change in the cost of electricity. So without Bitcoin mining solar, an intermittent energy source could supply only 40% of grid power before utilities would face the need to fund significant investments with the higher electricity prices. So with Bitcoin mining integrated into a solar system, however, energy providers, whether utilities or independent entities, would have the ability to play the arbitrage between electricity prices and Bitcoin prices, as well as potentially sell the surplus solar and supply almost all grid power demands without lowering profitability. So basically, in short, because mining is becoming so popular, it's forcing some sort of change where there's some adaptability, where, as an example here, you can have it where you're mining and then you're not mining using the electricity in the conventional sense. The system goes to wind and solar, and any spillover can also possibly be resold, and it will make it so that, cities, institutions, governments, I guess would be a better word to use, the governing bodies that be, would not complain and say how expensive it is, or that it's a zap of electricity, and cause pressure, by the throat force on cryptos, which causes negative PR. This also makes them to be able to mine less, how should I say, financially restricted, because it's going to cost way less. When things cost way less, profits get way jacked up. Thus, crypto goes more northern. The graph illustrates the impact, and I'm not going to go through the graphs and everything else here, but I will, you can look at the white paper. You can just search ARK Invest white paper on Bitcoin mining, wind and solar. I think it's on one of Square's Twitters. I don't remember exactly where I pulled it off of, but I believe it's on one of Square's Twitter feeds also, where you could find this paper. If you're not sure, just throw a comment down below also. Let me know if you agree, disagree, what you think. Please kindly don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. I'm not done yet. Hit that notification bell if you're not subscribed already. Ask me if you can't find it. I'll throw a comment down below myself and I'll point you to it if you have any trouble finding this white paper. So the graph illustrates the impact that Bitcoin mining could have on the adoption of solar systems, assuming a constant cost of electricity, and they explain it very well in here. Assuming a constant cost of electricity, it traces what percentage of power solar could provide to the grid. The y-axis is the power generated by solar. My apologies, I really need to check something. I never do this, but I have to, and I'm going to be all of maybe 10 seconds. The graph above illustrates the impact that Bitcoin mining could have on the adoption of solar systems. I know I was already there. Assuming a constant cost of electricity, it traces what percentage of power solar could provide to the grid. The y-axis is the power generated by the solar. The x-axis is the battery capacity. The size of each circle is proportionate to the size of the Bitcoin mining operation. At each point, the solar system provides a different percentage of the grid's needs. As Bitcoin mining scales, the solar system increases in size and provides a higher percentage of the grid's needs. Increasing Bitcoin mining capacity could allow the energy provider to overbuild solar without wasting energy. In the bottom left of the chart is the absence of Bitcoin mining renewables. In the absence, of Bitcoin mining renewables can satisfy only 40% of the grid's needs. In the top right of the chart, including solar batteries and Bitcoin mining, can satisfy 99% of the grid's demand. Our model demonstrates that integrated Bitcoin mining could transfigure intermittent power resources into baseload capable generation stations. It suggests that the addition of Bitcoin mining into power developers' toolboxes should increase the overall addressable market for renewable and intermittent power. All else equal, with Bitcoin mining, renewable energy could provision a large percentage of any locality's power economically. As a follow-on effect, cost declines associated with scaling renewables should most likely accelerate, leaving them with even more competitive at equilibrium. Let's read that again. Should most likely accelerate, leaving them even more economically competitive at equilibrium. That makes more sense. So, what else do we want to go over here? We provide an open source version and more detailed breakdown of the model and its assumptions here. So that'll be a link that you guys can investigate if you like. Now we have next steps: energy management software and services, energy miner marketplaces. So there's a lot of information here, but in short, there's going to be huge developments like this. There's going to be huge calls into the future. And like I always tell you, if you can get in early on something, you can capitalize. If you see TRON TRX going down, buy more. It's an opportunity to average down your average cost. Again, not investment advice, just my opinion, but I'm telling you, there's great things happening and you have the advantage of getting information here quickly. And my aim with these videos, besides to educate and entertain, is to save you a lot of time in research and looking things, finding things, and give you my insight, which can help you to come to conclusions that you may arrive to yourself at some point, but you also may not. And giving you a new way to look at things is advantageous when you're looking to build things for your future, those things being your crypto. Thank you for watching. I hope this finds you healthy, happy. Have a great day. Have some fun. I'll see you on the next video.